What's up, people? It is Brian with NeverState.com, and I had some great ideas about coming in and hitting the Continental Cleaner Press today. However, summertime showed back up in Maryland, and I am already sweaty. Come on, Maryland. But these conditions are not very conducive to getting a heavy axle to stick to your body, so I'm gonna switch to the strict press. But first, we're gonna start out the video with some of the strongman training that I was doing earlier in the week to get ready for nationals, because it is getting closer. I haven't done anything but record this video, and look at my shirt already. But stick around to the end of the video, because I'm gonna go over some of the stuff that I've been doing for my nationals prep, because I started my weight cut about a week and a half ago. I already missed burritos, but I'll give you some tips for what actually works for me when it comes to that. But right now, I'm gonna go get after this workout. What is going on, guys, and welcome to the commentary section of this video. So as I stated before, we're starting out with some of the contest prep that I was doing for the national championships on Monday. At the actual national championships, we have a keg/stone of steel carry and load event. So that's what you see me working here. I did not feel like setting up stones, so I did a couple rounds of a 225-pound keg, 250-pound keg, and this right here is 270-pound keg. Did that a couple times, maybe want to puke, then I moved on to the circus dumbbell. Now, if you've been a fan of the channel for any amount of time, you'll know that the only thing that I hate worse than the circus dumbbell is this particular circus dumbbell. The plate loader version that I normally use is a lot more forgiving when it comes to bad technique, and you guys know that I have horrible technique on the circus dumbbell. This one is round, which makes it a good bit harder to get some leg drive into the movement. However, it's probably a better determination of actual pressing strength, which may be the only real thing that saves me at this event at Nationals. The actual dumbbell that we'll be competing with will be even more round than this, but I figured switching from plate loaded to this will hopefully give me a little more carryover until I can get somewhere that somebody has the same exact dumbbell that we will be competing with at Nationals, so I can get some idea where I'm at. Anyway, I almost just smashed myself in the face there, and I was doing as many reps as possible in 60 seconds. This particular set, I ended up getting 9. I cleaned it again, but it did not go up. Which brings us to Wednesday, where I'm only going to show you the highlights of my deadlift. I typically don't like to slam a bunch of workout footage into any one particular video. However, with all the other instructional stuff and all the extra things I've been doing, putting out this week, I really didn't have time to make the extra videos. So that's why you're getting a couple days in this particular one. This is the highlight from Wednesday, where I loaded 80%, which is 560 pounds for me, and I got it for a set of 10. My hamstring was a little iffy from those keg carries earlier in the week, but as I was working up, it ended up feeling fine. So I got my set of 10, and that's all you're going to see from my Wednesday. There you go. And that brings us to Friday, where if you guys can tell from the shirt, this is the day that I shot the intro, and it was pretty hot and humid. You can only see the very bottom of my shirt right there is the only dry spot on it. The strength giant set that I was doing this day consisted of those landmines, single arm barbell rows that you just saw, plus these windshield wipers and the axle strict overhead press with bands. But I slammed these two things up front so I could talk to you just about the bands on this axle press here. Alright, so as you guys can see, all I did was take the spotting arms and I stuck band pegs out from the sides of them, doubled up a red mini band, wrapped around the axle, and I was doing the strict press. The reason why I'm using bands is because it applies accommodating resistance, and if you don't know what that means, it's just a fancy way of saying that it gets heavier as you push up. So in the bottom, those bands may add a couple pounds, but at the top, they added 110 pounds. Now I can hear all you doubters out there already saying, how does he know that it's 110 pounds? The reason why I can say that is because we have a livestock scale. So I weighed myself holding on the axle, got that weight. Then I added the bands, pushed it up to lockout while standing on the scale, and got that number. Then I subtracted one number from the other, and the mystery was solved. Anyway, it's an awesome way to build lockout power as well as shoulder stability. I worked up to 320, what you just saw right there, went for the second one, decided maybe not today. Alright guys, so here I am after the workout. Thoroughly wet, but all things considered, it went pretty well. I ended up adding the bands to the axle press, which made it a lot more challenging. As you guys saw on my top set, that was around 320 at the top. I don't know what it was at the bottom, but it doesn't really matter because I only got it one time. Come on, man. All right, so as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I did start my weight cut for Nationals about a week and a half ago, and I'm down a couple pounds. That's good news. Now, Nationals itself is the 28th and 29th of October, I think. I should probably know that. Now I know for some of you that seems very far out, but for me personally, I try to drop that weight very slowly so that I'm only losing body fat, and I don't really take a dip in my strength numbers. I will admit that I do a water cut near the end, but I don't like to go above 7 to 10 pounds. Otherwise, I feel like it really hurts my performance. At this stage, it's really not that serious. All I do is clean up my diet. Virtually what that means for me is before I eat something, I ask myself, did it have a face? Did it have a mom? Or did it grow out of the ground? And if I can answer yes to those questions, I eat it. If I can't, then I come up with weird rationalizations until I get the answer I want. That's not true, I can't get away with that. But I can safely say that I'm down about 5 pounds, and that's just about exactly where I want to be at this point. Training's going well, I haven't hurt myself too terribly yet. Foot's still jacked up, just waiting to get surgery after all these competitions are over. Anyway guys, I'm gonna get out of the sun, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Go out, do something awesome with your lives, keep working hard, and I will catch up with you early next week. Smells like I killed a pig.